Hey guys, all right. Thank you for always being a little patient because I have to set us up to be able to live stream to Facebook and then also to record. So, my name is Rachel Feldman. I help health coaches and wellness entrepreneurs to build amazing businesses online and offline with powerful tools such as the Done For You programs for health coaches and wellness entrepreneurs. So a little bit about me before we get into today's amazing topic. I started off health coaching, and my first year I made $13,000. My second year I made $27,000. Definitely better, but not what I could support my family with. And still today, I support my family. So I had this aha moment because one of my clients, who was a neighbor of mine, had said to me, I'm doing this detox. And I said to her, I could have helped you with that. Why didn't you ask me? And she said exactly this. It's just so easily laid out here. And it was a magazine. Whole Living magazine, I love you. But you gave me the aha that I needed. The light bulb went off. And I said, okay, so clearly this person, my client, needed this laid out in a way that did not exist in my business. Number two, this client also needed a step-by-step. That was not in my business. The third thing this client needed is she said, oh, and it's 21 days. That's totally doable. So that's why at www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com, you typically see, Revitalize is a 28-day program. And that focuses on like the 4 pillars of getting healthy, putting yourself first, your mindset, movement, food, exercise, all the pillars. And then there's a 2-week weight loss. So it's a 28-day and a 2-week. See the grain-free, that's a 14-day. See easy weight loss, it's a 7-day. You see our detox, it's a 14-day. It's a 7-day detox and a 7-day adding foods back in. So our detox is based on the elimination diet. You see mindset makeover, that's a 90-day program. You see the gut program, it's an 8-week. You see sugar, it's a 6-week. Whenever we think about programs or reset your life in 21 days, we think about marketing, strategy, branding. We also think about your client as far as gateway programs, signature programs, those mega programs. We think about your 3-tier work with me page. What would you need a single session? Or maybe, a jumpstart month. What would you need at a 2 month, 3 months, and then maybe a 4 or 6 month? What would you need for VIP? What would you need for membership? So because I coached for so long, shopping tours and partners with gyms and spas and, ran moms groups and also had a thriving one-on-one practice, I always think when I'm creating programs about what program would you need when you're doing, when you're working with a client, what program would you need if you're pitching to a doctor's office? What PowerPoint would you need for a webinar? Or what PowerPoint would you need for an event? What do you need in your arsenal? Because I know what I needed in my arsenal, and that was a lot of programs because people came to me with a myriad of different health issues, and I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, and I also live in a red state, so I can't tell people how many calories, can't tell people fats and how much carbs to eat and protein. So I needed to educate people. I needed also to make sure that the programs that I was delivering allowed my clients to have those aha moments like I did. And so that was why I crafted the programs in the way that I do, making it safe for coaches because I needed to make them safe for me. So I want to talk about upsells and why it is so important to know what your upsells are. All right. So if you are just joining here, my name is Rachel Feldman, and we are going to talk about your business, which we talk about all the time, but why it's important to know your upsells. First, I'm going to talk about your one-on-one business, and then I'm going to talk about your online business. So in your one-on-one business, it's important to know your upsells, and I talk about this on your 3-tier Work With Me page. If somebody is doing a strategy call and they call you and they say, can you tell me the different ways to work with you? You're going to take them from your top down. Maybe that person is not even a good fit, and you know that in soul, so maybe you're not going to tell them about your VIP package. But most often you go from your VIP package to your second level to maybe that single session or your lowest package. But you might have an upsell for them. You might have a different way of working with you. Maybe that is a 3-day VIP experience where somebody is doing an intensive. Maybe you also, and I'm building this out with a client right now, where they have an extended 6-month intensive with you, or a 9-month or a 12-month. You want to be able to have these packages and know what they are and have them built out. What do I mean about built out? Good question, right? Built out means that you want to have structured them on a document or Evernote or in Dropbox or a whiteboard, so you can start to see what is your client going to experience. If we are just thinking about handouts and fumbling, it's not that they won't get healthy with you, but they aren't going to have the experience that is going to be as life-changing as it could be. And so when you map out what is that 6-month intensive, 9-month, 12-month, what is your VIP day? What is your 3-day VIP intensive? You are taking your business to another level. And I guarantee you, there are people that will hire you for that. So I encourage you to think about that and to think about what you need in your arsenal. When I did VIP days, I started with a detox. So we detoxed the kitchen. I went over the detox program. We went to the market. I even did a 2 or 3 where we did 3 intense days together. It was such a great experience. And that is when I see massive health changes, not only for one person, but a whole family. And so we would start with the detox, not again, whole foods, just real clean eating at its best. And somebody having the aha moments to see what foods don't really work for them. So we always start with that. And some days I would do, a 2-day, or we would do a 2-day, and then the next week we would do another 2-day, or 2 weeks later, a 2-day. So think about what your intensive are like, and then I would take them to the next program. If they needed to be grain-free, or gut, or if it was sugar, whatever the biggest issue was for them. Again, people will contact me. I have cancer. Well, I don't specialize in that. Go see an oncologist, or go see, a naturopath, or, somebody who's special. I have, hormone issues. Not a specialist in that. But what I was great at was giving educational programs where I felt comfortable and could work in collaboration either with their team, or that they felt comfortable in speaking with their doctor and saying, is this, safe or healthy for me to do? And if the answer was no, they weren't right for me, and I would refer them to somebody I knew. But most of the time they would come back and say, wow, this is just clean eating. I'm so excited, and I'm going to learn how to, detox my body in a safe and natural way, stuff that's been around forever. I'm going to learn how to restore my gut in a safe and natural way. And I'm going to finally get off of sugar because my adrenals are crashing and I am shoving sugar drinking coffee, and feeling like junk. And that is usually the key things: sugar, sleep, constipation, weight gain. And of course, somebody's going to come to you with autoimmune and liver enzymes and cholesterol. That's just the problems that have come. But what are the core issues? What's the root problem? But the complaints are usually the main ones. Not sleeping, can't lose weight, not pooping. So, I always went to the basics. Cleanse the body, see what foods are irritating the body, bring the body back into the homeostasis through the power of gut. Focus on stress and sugar. See what's still out of balance. Go back to detox if needed. Go grain-free, especially if there's hormonal issues. And, especially for me, grains and beans just are not my friend. Love them, but they don't love me back. So that's why using the different programs that I had were so vital. And that was in the power of the conversion of a strategy session in upsell. So now we just focused on one-on-one. The second part is online. Many of you have programs that you're launching. Many of you are launching detoxes at the end of September, beginning of October, especially as we get near, think triple threat, Halloween, U.S. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah. Now we get into 4 if you add New Year's. So everyone starts eating, there's stress of family, there's holidays, people want to get into a great dress for occasions, and they need you. And if you are not prepped and prepared for Q4 and Q1, the most awesome time to be in this business, you are going to be unhappy because everyone else will be thriving but your business. So this is the time to think, prep, prepare. And those of you who may be getting your kids back to school, or maybe you're busy right now doing other things, you really want to be prepping and preparing for this Q4, for what's coming up, for what you need to do to get your business, and to think, what opt-in freebies am I launching, and where am I getting new people? Am I optimizing Google, Plus and Pinterest and Instagram? And am I doing it in a way that isn't making me feel like it's taking out 4 hours of my day and I'm locked to my computer? Are you really using your phone? Are you using different, social media platforms that can actually optimize it for you? Do you have a schedule set for yourself so that you can take a breath and not feel like it's running your life? So your upsells when you have programs is that maybe you're running a detox or the grain-free or raw or, weight loss, any one of our gateway programs, and then you're upselling them on the same page to a longer program, like sugar, like gut, like mindset, like revitalize. Or maybe you're upselling them to a group program, or maybe you're upselling them even on an opt-in freebie, or maybe you're upselling them to a masterclass or a workshop that's already evergreen. Know your upsells, because that is part of knowing your strategy. And too often as health coaches, we don't think of the strategy, and then we feel like failures when we don't sell our programs. So whether you've bought a program from me or you've bought a program from some of the other amazing people who sell programs, it's time to get strategic. If you're having the problem where you are launching programs and you're not getting the people to your program, then you may not be launching a strategy. And that's where I encourage you to either look at Launch School or to contact me through my Facebook Messenger here and ask about the mastermind that we're going to be launching, which is all going to be about implementation, having signature PowerPoints. How do you pitch to people? How do you partner with gyms? How do you build that authority to get 5 to 10 people in your pipeline. Those strategy sessions are how you build your one-on-one business. So know your upsells and know where you need to place them. I had an amazing phone call yesterday with a coach who contacted me. We talked about the sales funnels, and we were talking about tripwires and all of this, and I said, hold on, just stop. Right now, I just want you to focus on an opt-in freebie to your strategy session. Get to know, build your list. If you have 10 people or 20 people or 30 people on a list, it's really hard to sell a program. So let's focus on list building first. Focus on getting people to know what you do. That is the power of list building. And really focus on what your people really need. That's also the power of the upsell. We can't know what our people need or craft the program for our people or the message around the program unless we know what is their pain point and what are we trying to solve for them. So I empower you and encourage you and want you to take the time to step back. And it might take, 5 hours, but that 5 hours is so worth it, because if you're not getting people to your opt-in freebie in your PowerPoint and you're spending so much time or money on courses and business coaches and all these different things, what is the point? Spend the time to plan, strategize, figure out what you need, figure out the plan, and then you will make so much more money, or you'll feel so much happier when you are planning the strategy, because the whole story will match the plan, will match the newsletter, will match the social media, and you'll be able to feel at ease because you'll know that this plan will work. So if you have any questions about what program you need to pick for your niche, for your business, if you have any questions about the mastermind that we're going to be launching, which is completely different from anything I see out there, and I even said to Michelle, who's my copywriter, I said, I wasn't even going to launch this mastermind until next year, but I'm seeing so many coaches who are struggling in the how to coach part. It's not, there are tons of courses on ClickFunnels and high level and stuff like that, but it's how to do a webinar, how to close on the webinar, how to do a live stream, how to strategically write a newsletter, how to craft the story, how to pitch to a gym. It's what I call the fundamentals of coaching. And if we don't know that, it isn't even just our client care. Most of you, I will say this, most of you know what you want to say to our client. You may just not have it planned out in a Dropbox. And that's what I did with my clients. And that's why in that year 2 to 3, I finally got smart. And that is why I went from 27,000 to 6 figures. It wasn't because I put and started selling the done for you programs. It was because I implemented a system for myself. This is what I'm going to teach you. That's it. Because if I see more coaches and if I talk to more coaches who are spending more money and not making it, I get sad. That's the bottom line. I get sad because I know that pain that I felt. So with that being said, I hope you have a beautiful day. You have a grand day. Do not give up on your dreams. Do not. If I would have, I wouldn't have changed lives. That's it. Sometimes, of course, it's about the money because you're paying bills. You're putting away money for retirement. It's important, but it's about changing lives. And it's about living the truth and the dream that you want to live. And that is about it. So you can find free tools in my work at rachelafeldman.com. You can find the Done For You programs, our courses, Launch School, our niche course, which is amazing, or Steal My Copywriter at www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com. I will see you later. Have an amazing and beautiful day, guys.